Welcome to all. In this video, we will see about the history of plant tissue culture. The early attempts for tissue culture or in vitro culturing to develop the plants were tried by some of the scientists in 1885 itself. The scientists Rokes and Ressinger tried in 1893. But the real beginning of the plant tissue culture begins when the scientist Haberland set forth the purpose and potentiality of cell culture in the regeneration of plant. Even though he failed to obtain the plant through in vitro culture, he set forth several basic concepts and he isolated plant cells and keep alive in the in vitro conditions. In later years, the plant tissue culture gained momentum due to the exploitation of plant growth regulators such as auxins and cytokinins for the in vitro culture. The scientist Stewart pointed out that the plant tissue culture technique is another silent revolution in agriculture, having very good potentials to supplement conventional breeding approaches. Now we will see the key milestones in plant tissue cultures in chronological order. The scientist Morgan T.H. in 1901 coined the term totipotency. The totipotency, we know, it is the ability of the plant part or plant cells to produce complete plant. Then in 1902, Haberland proposed set forth the basic concepts for plant tissue culture, and he is considered as father of plant tissue culture. He published a paper on experiments on the culture of isolated plant cells, and he tried to culture the cells but failed. The reasons for his failures are he used 3 monocotyledons genera for his work, so it is very difficult to culture monocot seeds cells. And second one is culture of mature differentiated green mesophyll and palisade tissues. These cells also hard to regenerate. And third key point is the contamination during the culture or growth of the cells. And at that time he used a solution called NOPS solution that contains different proportions of calcium nitrate, potassium nitrate and magnesium sulfate and monobasic potassium phosphate and potassium chloride at certain proportions. So now we will see year-wise milestones. So 1901, T.H. Morgan coined the term totipotency, and 1902 Haberland proposed the mechanism, set forth the mechanism for tissue culture, and he is father of plant tissue culture. And the scientist Hanning in 1904 tried embryonic tissue culture technique. So he tried to culture embryo cells. And in 1922, Knudsen developed successfully in vitro germinate the orchid seeds to produce the orchid plants. And in 1934, the scientist Gothard cultured the explants in the semi-solid agar medium. Same year in 1934, the scientists successfully cultured the tomato roots. And in 1941, the scientist Van Overbeek and Conklin and Blacksley, they used the coconut milk for the in vitro tissue culture technique. And in 1944, the scientist Cook started organogenesis studies in tomato. And in 1946, the scientist E. A. Ball developed plantlets from the sterile cultures under in vitro conditions. He used shoot tips as the explant of the Trophalumand lupinus plant, and he is considered as the father of micropropagation. And in 1947, the scientist LaRue successfully cultured the embryo endosperm culture in the maize plant. And in 1951, Morrell and Wetmore cultured the monocots, and they obtained such progress in the tissue culture of monocot plants. And in 1952, Stewart, Kaplan and Miller found the synergistic actions between the 2,4-D and coconut milk. Again, same year in 1952, Morrell and Martin proposed the concept of meristem culture in developing virus-free plants. And in 1954, Moore and Hildebrand and Ricker developed the suspension cell culture technique. And in 1954, Miller and co-workers proposed the cell division factor kinetin. The chemical name is 6-furfurylaminopurine. And in 1957, Skoog and Miller makes the shoot and root initiations in the cultured callus in regular, and it is regulated by auxins and cytokinins. So Skoog and Miller propose that the role of auxins and cytokinins in the production of shoot initiation and root initiation from the callus. This is the key concept in plant tissue culture. And in 1958, Stewart and co-workers proposed somatic embryogenesis in suspension cell cultures. And in 1959, Reinert developed somatic embryogenesis process in the carrot callus cells. And in 1960, the scientist Hawking developed the technique of isolation and culture of protoplast. And in 1960, Bergman observed the callus from plated suspension cultures in the solid medium. And in 1964, Guha and Maheshwari produced the haploid plants by culturing immature pollen grains of Datura inaxia. And in 1967, the scientists Borgin and Nish developed the androgenic haploids of Nicotiana. And in 1970, the scientist Carlson proposed the selection of biochemical mutants by tissue culture techniques. And again in the same year 1970, the Power et al. Proposed the protoplast fusion technique. In 1970 again, Casa and group demonstrated the bulbosum elimination technique in vitro by embryo culture. And in 1978, Takabe and group regenerated whole plants from the isolated mesophyll protoplast of tobacco. And in 1972 again, Carlson produced the interspecific hybridization by protoplast fusion. In the same year, Withers and group laid foundation for the protoplast fusion techniques. And in 1973, Portricus did research in chloroplast and nucleus transfer from the Petunia hybrid and showed success in his research. And in 1974, the scientist Murashige developed the concept of stages of micropropagation for the in vitro culture. So he is the one clearly set forth 5 stages from stage 0, stage 1, stage 2, stage 3 and stage 4 of the micropropagation. In 1975, the scientist Morrell established cold storage of regenerated plants for the year. Seberg established a shoot initiation from the cryopreserved carnation shoot apex which are stored in minus 196 degrees Celsius liquid nitrogen. In 1978, Zeltzer and their group reported donor-recipient protoplast fusion to favor the organelle transfer. Again in 1978, Melchers performed somatic hybridization of tomato and potato which results in the new plant called pomato. In 1981, Larkin and Scowcroft developed the concept of somoclonal variation which plays key role in crop improvement. And in 1982, Kranz and group demonstrated PEG-mediated polyethylene glycol method for the direct delivery of DNA into protoplast and to develop in the development of transgenic plants. And in 1984, Watts and group developed a simple method for large scale electrofusion of protoplast. And in 1985, Geisen and group demonstrated the gene transfer using Agrobacterium tumefaciens mediated technology. And in 1986, Peary and group produced fertile interspecific gametosomatic triplets. And in 1989, Prioli and group recovered fertile plants from the protoplast of maize. And in 1990, Milanova and group demonstrated embryo culture incompatible of Nicotiana africa and Nicotiana tabacum cross and produced the cytoplasmic male sterile lines plants. So up to 1990, major basic foundations in the plant tissue cultures are made, and still it is a flourishing industry for business people as well as for the farmers. Thank you.